Hello, everyone. Welcome to another stream of Hugo's Desk. I hope you can hear me well. I hope so. Oh, sorry. I just realized that I think that, yeah, that's right. Sorry. The fade was waiting. I hope everyone can hear me well. It's been a long time since we've done a stream. I think the last time we did the Showreel review must have been in late November, early December, something like that. So yeah, sound was okay, video okay. Well, the video wasn't okay; it was black for a while. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me here. We have a really big roster of showreels today, so this is going to be different from usual. Usually, as you know, I do these showreel reviews, you know, by booking and by appointment. The last few times that we tried to do this, it was a bit hit and miss. Sometimes people don't show up. Sometimes, people would be late or they would cancel last minute. And so I've decided to make a brand new format. Now, no one has to book anything. People just send the show reel. And if they're here, sorry, apologies. Apologies for that. I'm a little bit under the weather this morning. So before people had to book, and now they don't have to book. They just need to upload the show reel. And I will, if they are here, I'll chat with them, of course. If they're not here, I'll just do the show reel anyway. So I'm not gonna wait for people to be here anymore. And so it proves to be a quite big success to do this, because I had the biggest upload of show reels in this program's history for a single show. I had 10 show reels uploaded in a single episode. And so obviously, there is no chance in hell we're going to do the 10 show reels today. But I'm going to give it a go, of course. I'm going to give it a go and I will try our best. But yeah, so of course, don't forget that we do have the show. The show is not going to be just today. The show is actually going to be every week for the next 3 weeks. I didn't do the whole thing, I didn't do the whole thing in a row because I was kind of like not sure if this was going to work. I was a bit unsure. Will it work? Will anyone show up if I don't have a booking system? So I only booked 3 showreels reviews for the next 3 weeks, once a week. The reason for that was because I was, like I said, I was a bit unsure if this was going to work out or not. But there are other dates. I'll show you in a second. Sorry, I should have prepared this before. But I need to just put the dates on the screen so that you can see it. So the dates are these ones. Or sorry, it should have been there, but I guess it's not. Sorry, just what is going on here? Okay, so I have this one here, no media assigned. Okay, so I have that one. Oh yeah, there you go. That's the dates. And so we are going to have those dates for the next 3 weeks. Oh, sorry, I forgot one thing. I'm so rusty. I forgot to press the backup record button. Apologies for that. I can see some people on the show on the chat saying that this might be a better way. I agree. I think it will probably be a better way. I have a feeling this will become an easier way for people to kind of come into the show reels, because I also think that maybe some people are a bit shy and maybe they didn't want to be on camera and they kind of thought that they had to be on camera. I tried to explain as much as I could that they didn't need to, if they didn't want to be. But so now that's all off. That's all off. If they're here, what will happen is that I'm going to call up the name and I'm going to put the show reel going. And then once the show reel is going, I will say the name. If they are here, they can jump into a call. If they're not here, I'll just do the show reel anyway. That's it, really. Not much more around that. So I just wanted to thank all of you for being here. And as usual, these showreel reviews are once again sponsored by BenQ. And I can't thank BenQ enough for supporting this endeavor for so long now. They've been supporters of the show review since they begun, since the inception, the first time we did them on YouTube. I think that's when they joined the show. And so thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart, BenQ, thank you so much for supporting the show so much. It's been incredible. So one thing I wanted to also mention to everyone is BenQ actually right now has a contest if anyone wants to be part of it. Apologies. Like I said, I'm a bit under the weather. So I'm going to put it on the screen if anyone wants to join this contest. And so I'll put the link on the chat if they want to join. But basically, this is a brand new contest. So BenQ is now, they have a brand new brand, which is called BenQ Creative Pro. And that's the first thing that they are creating as this new brand called BenQ Creative Pro. And so this contest is available on Austria, Belgium, France, Germany, Ireland, Netherlands, Spain, and United Kingdom. So if you're from one of these countries, you can participate. So basically, like I said, it's from, if you live in Austria, Belgium, France, Germany, Ireland, Netherlands, Spain, or United Kingdom, you can join this contest. This contest will give you prizes, which are 3 monitors. There's 3 prizes. All of them include a BenQ monitor, and some of them include an Argo arm and also a Screen Bar Halo 2. And so, yeah, join the contest. Basically, you just have to make an image or a short animation of your setup with at least 3 BenQ products. That's the whole thing. All the instructions are here. You have the assets and the frames. You basically just have to include the frames of BenQ in your art. And just for everyone to know, it's not allowed for you to do AI art. You have to do proper art done from scratch. And then you need to send it. The deadline is the 30th of April, 2026. And the judges, hello, here's me. So the judges are me, Hugo, I'm going to be one of the judges. And then we also have Martin and also Nemanjan also as a judge. So yeah, have a look. Have a look. And, oh, I didn't load. Okay, I'll send the link again. Maybe I copy-pasted wrong, the link. I'll try this again. You have to do proper art. Yes, you have to do proper art. You guys know that you guys already know my stand on AI art, and so I'm not gonna bother you with the details. With all this conversation talking about BenQ Creative Pro, I, as always, wanted to mention that this is sponsored by BenQ, this stream. And so, with that in mind, I'm gonna play their commercial. As you know, I always do that every episode. It's very short, and so I'll be right back. So again, thank you so much, BenQ, for supporting the show, and I'll see you in 1 minute. Okay, thank you so much for that. And apologies if you can hear my air conditioning. It's really warm in the room right now, so that's why I have to have it on. I hope it's not too inconvenient for your years. So yeah, again, I say the same words as the chat. Thank you so much, BenQ, for supporting. And yeah, I agree with you, Taylor. I want to see some showreels. Where are the showreels? Yes, so let's just get and dive in right away into the showreels. And so this time, I received quite a lot of them. I wasn't expecting this barrage of showreels. And so I'm going to just like... as I said on the post, this is first come, first serve. And so I'll put them on the screen right now for you to check. Now, normally, I'll put them on the screen here for you guys to see. Normally, I've got these 9 showreels, and this is the order I've received them. So I received one on the 4th of February, and then 18th of March, I received a bunch of them. And then the 20th of March, and then I received a few yesterday as well. Now, I'm going to go by the order of arrival, because that's what I said on the email. I have no idea how many we're going to be doing. So, as usual, it's almost under the ball. Okay, that's good. That's good, Mikhail. Apologies for that. I had to mute because I had to cough. I am really struggling with my throat. I don't know why. It's probably just a bit of under the weather situation as usual. Anyway, as I was saying, for the first time also I'm going to play the showreels with sound for the first time. So YouTube will be claiming the music for the sound. But what I will do is you're going to listen to the sound for you will hear the sound the first time that I play the showreel. And so you will be the lucky ones that will hear it. But then later on, when the video becomes a VOD on YouTube, the sound will be muted. And so the music of that section will be completely muted. So anyone watching this as a VOD, they will not hear the sound of the showreel. But so, I'm going to start with the first showreel that I have here on the list. And it is from, well, okay, KGY Visuals. Let's see the name. Where's the name? Oh, it doesn't have a name here. Well, the name is on the actual file. So it's Gyula... Sorry. So I hope I don't mispronounce this. So I think it is Gyula Kunsagi. I think that's how I pronounce it. I hope so. If it's not, I do apologize for that. Anyway, let's watch their showreel. If they are here... and again, apologies if I'm mispronouncing it. If Gyula is here, just let me know in the chat and they can jump into the call if they want to. If not, I'm just going to review the showreel anyway. I'm going to play it once with the music and then I'll leave it looping after that, okay? So let's just hear his showreel and then we will jump into the review right away, okay? Let's hear it once with sound. Okay, that was really cool. That was such a good showreel. Jesus, it was really long though, but we'll talk about that in a second. 3 minutes is a bit long for a showreel, but I'm gonna leave it looping in the background while we continue chatting. Yeah, hopefully people saw that, and yeah, the music was really good as well. Yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna have a copyright strike from it. I'm sure, but I think I forgot to remove myself from the corner. I am so sorry for that. I think I played the show reel with myself on the little corner. I do apologize for that. Did I? I think I did. I think I forgot to switch off my camera from the corner. Really sorry for everyone that I had to to see my face looking at the show reel. But yeah, it was really nice. So yeah, so they say they are here. So I really want to make this snappy and fast today, and so I have a lot of show reels to go through. So I'm happy for you to join the call if you have a microphone or if you have audio to join the call, and we can discuss the show reel. But we have to make it quick. I want to really go through a lot of show reels today, and also, like, I'll be honest, your show reel is really good. So there's not a lot to say. I think a lot of the stuff you have here is really high quality, but I would be happy for you to join. Do you want to join? Do you have a microphone? Is that okay with you? Because if you do, I can send you the link. I'll send you the link anyway. I'm really struggling with my cough today. Let's see here. So I'm gonna do the meeting anyway, and then they can join if they want to. You want to join? Okay. Okay. So let me just I'll copy the link on the on the chat here. Now, keep in mind, everyone that is watching the stream, please do not join this one, okay? Don't join this stream, because this link that I'm gonna just about to share with anyone is not for you. It's only for one person, so please don't share it. That would be what I would ask. Don't use it. That's what I mean. Okay, so I'm gonna start a virtual camera here. I think that's correct. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna copy in here. So here is the link. Here is the link to join. Okay, so please behave, everyone, and please only join the artist in question here. Okay, please, Gyula, just him. No one else. So if they want to join, the link is on the chat right now. I believe they are on YouTube. I'm streaming on Twitch as well. I forgot to mention that. I always forget Twitch. I don't know why I forget Twitch. Sorry about that. I always forget. So I do have 3 people watching on Twitch. Thank you so much for watching on Twitch. If you want to be part... hi, your mic is a bit noisy. Oh, I'm so sorry, Fox. Is it still too noisy? Is it because it's too high up? Maybe it is. Beginning is awesome, yeah. Maybe it is too high up. Let me know, Fox, if it's still too loud, the microphone. I can lower it a bit. I can lower a little bit on the input here. Okay, so are they going to join or not? Or I'm only going to wait a little bit. Like I said, I want to make this quick, so I'll do this. I'll leave it on the side here. If you can join. Okay, you are joining now. Okay, cool. So let's just try this then, and join with you. Okay, cool. Hello there.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Great.
Sorry, I couldn't join with my computer because I don't have a quick chat on that. But
that is not a problem. That is not a problem at all.
Okay. Sorry. First of all, the video shouldn't get copy strike because the music is copyright free. So.
Yeah. I've heard all those things before. Many times people have told me that, and I still got copy strike anyway. So it's not a problem. Don't worry about it. If I do get copy strike, I'll just mute that section. And if I don't, then I'll leave it. But thank you so much for letting me know. But in the past, I've had many situations where people told me that exact thing, and then I got striked anyway. So it is a bit it's a bit of a hit and miss, the copyright strike on YouTube. So, for example, I give you an example. I got copyright strike yesterday for a clip of James Bond from a video I did 4 years ago, and it's like only now, 4 years later, they remembered to copy strike. So it's a bit random. I think, it's probably done automatic, and that's probably why. Anyway, thank you so much. Did I butcher your name too much? I'm so sorry if I did.
Don't worry about that. It's Gyula Kunsagi, but people call me G. That's shorter.
Can you say that again?
Gyula.
Gyula. Okay. I'll just call you G then. I'm so sorry about that. I completely understand. Many people have butchered my name as well. Well, thank you so much for joining. I know you sent the showreel quite a while ago. You were actually the first one to send the showreel when I first announced this thing. So thank you so much for joining. So
thank you.
Yeah, and thanks for the showreel. The showreel is great. Like I said, I wanted to make it as short as possible because I want to go through these showreels. But tell me a little bit, just where are you calling from and what do you do? And tell me a little bit about yourself in a short amount of time.
Well, I live in Ireland. I'm a freelancer visual effect artist. I've been doing this professionally for like 5 years. But yeah, been doing that as a hobby for 25 years now. So this is really my passion, and I'm really lucky to be able to make money out of it. So yeah, I think that's it. That's it about me. Originally, I'm from Hungary, but yeah, I live in Ireland.
Cool. Well, your showreel is great. It's a really high quality showreel, and so for you said for 5 years. That's really impressive. That your showreel is this showreel the body of work of the last 5 years? Only the last year or so?
This is only last year.
Okay.
I have a showreel for every year. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, while we're talking, I'm just gonna put the showreel looping, and I'm gonna share my screen with you so that you can, because the stream is very delayed. So I need to share it with you so that you can actually see my mouse moving around and stuff like that. Yeah, otherwise it's going to be really difficult for you to see what I'm chatting about. Okay, cool. So I'm going to just put us on the little corner here so that we are here in the corner. Okay, cool. Do you see the screen? You do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I said, your showreel is fantastic, and I think it's a bit long, but I get it. I know why it's that long and why it has to be that long, because you have a lot of work to showcase. And but normally showreels for recruitment, they are usually shorter. They're a lot shorter, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter it's that long because it's like a commercial showreel. And so, what's the objective of this showreel? Are you trying to look for work right now? Is that what's happening?
Well, I don't really look for work. I'm on Fiverr.com. Not sure if you know that. Clients find me there, and most of the time I have new clients from there. Yeah, I don't know. Just to get from some criticism from a professional, because actually I've never been trained, for visual effects or anything.
Okay, so it's all self-learning. Okay, so is that how you've been doing it? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's even more impressive. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's cool. Okay, well, I think most of your shots are great and fantastic. I have really not much to say. If I would start from the very beginning, is this your company? Is that the name, or is just your brand or something? Is that,
yeah. I have a business here in Ireland. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Excellent. And yeah, so I would start with the first shots. I think the first shots look fantastic. I think I really don't have much to say. This is just absolutely fantastic, the work that you've achieved here. So as I understand from looking at the breakdown, you were responsible for the lighting and rendering and comp, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah, and the layout. Yeah.
Oh, so the whole thing, or so you did it by yourself then, I guess?
Yeah. Everything except the modeling.
Okay.
So I've done the texturing too. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Animation, everything. What you see in my showreel, everything is done by me except the modeling, because I'm not really great at modeling.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I have really not much to say about these shots. I think you did a fantastic job with these shots. The lighting is really smooth and nice. The glows are really nice. It's really subtle. The whole thing really reminds me a really good blockbuster movie that has like space scenes. It kind of like for some reason is reminding me a lot of the outside space shots of Alien Romulus. It really like is really well made. I think you did a fantastic job on these shots. I don't even see any flicker. The rendering is really spot on. You have a really good taste in terms of lens artifacts and also flaring that you've done in the glows and everything. Yeah, it's looking fantastic. I think these shots, this entire short film, well, this is another one. Sorry, the first one was a short film. This is another shot. Sorry, they're all from space, but yeah, that's the dark. And then, is this short film done and is it finished and available for people to watch?
I'm not sure about that.
Okay. I'll look for it.
Okay.
Okay, and then a clips for the Flash, also space scenes that you have here. They also look terrific. Yeah, like I said, these shots I really don't have much to say. I think you did a fantastic job. Don't really have much to say. You know, I would say that the how did you accomplish this fire that you created here for the coming into the orbit to the atmosphere? How is this made? Is it CG or is it elements?
It's CG. Yeah. I think I have made like a noise map in After Effects, and I've projected it on a 3D geometry.
Okay. Okay.
That's right in front of the CGI landing.
Okay.
So,
And
I
did
don't know
you
what the name of it.
did you use anything for a reference? What is it? Was it a movie or was it like? Did you actually looked at any footage from NASA or from landings, or did you just invented the scene?
The client has sent me references. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Okay.
I
Okay.
will always ask for as many visual references as possible,
Okay.
just
I
to
see.
be on the same page with the client. Yeah.
I see. I see. I would say that I really love the shot, but I do think the fire could have been a bit better and maybe a bit more broken up. I feel like often when you see these re-entry shots, you kind of see big blobs of fire flying through as well and coming out of the sections, and so I do feel I have a small feeling that it's a bit too homogeneous and a bit too smooth and all very similar, almost like it's all the same kind of fire. So I and this is a very small nitpick. I do think it looks fantastic. I just think it could have looked even better if it had like say, little sections coming out, and fires coming like out like that. So, but it's a very small nitpick. I don't think it's a big deal. Okay, and then it comes in. I really like this entire thing and the way that you've lit up the clouds and everything. That's really nice.
Yeah, it was hard.
Oh yeah, I bet. So that looks fantastic. Is this like all? Where did you make this? Is it rendered in lid and where are you making it? What software?
Blender,
Okay, cool,
and the compositing is in After Effects.
cool, excellent. Yeah, it looks fantastic. I think you did a great job. Are you rendering 3D in the 3D package, or are you using processing after in comp for the 3D?
I'm rendering 3D in Blender. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Excellent. Okay. If I have something to say, I would maybe say, and I understand that maybe that's a client note, but the shots are very dark. I wish they would a little bit brighter. At least like pings of highlights in rim lights so that you could see a little bit more the highlights and the lights. But that's always like grading is always a bit of a difficult thing.
Yeah, and I think in the final movie they're gonna grade it differently because
Yeah.
this is my grading. So,
Oh, okay, I see. Well,
and I
usually,
tend to grade stuff dark for
yeah,
some
yeah.
reason.
No, that's fine. And normally, if you watch movies, they're super dark because they are supposed to be watched on a very dark room. And so there's nothing wrong with dark images for cinema because in cinema, that's the thing. You're supposed to watch it super dark. It's supposed to be dark because it's, because it's inside the cinema and your eyes are supposed to get used to the darkness and basically you then can see the shots better. but I think you went a bit too far as a showreel because remember most people I would in my this is just my personal opinion. My personal opinion, I would have brightened them up a little bit more. It's just because if you've done the grade yourself, because the recruitment people are going to be watching this on a sometimes inside an office with light, in the sunlight, or they're going to be watching at daytime, or most of them they're going to be working at daytime. Offices usually have a lot of light, especially the recruitment departments. They're not dark like the composting departments. And so be careful with that, because it is very dark to watch these shots if they're going to watch them on a bright environment, as they most likely will on the first time they'll watch your show reel before it goes to the supervisors and before it jumps into the rest of the team, Yeah, so I would personally just brighten them up a bit, at least push a bit the highlights and push a bit the rim lights so that they ping a bit more. Okay, so then we go into this fire section. You have a lot of shots with fire. This is for a music video. Now, I think these shots look fantastic from aesthetical point of view, but they are very unrealistic. But I'm sure you know that. I'm sure you probably know that. But I don't think realism was the objective, right? Because this person should have been burned. so, so this is a music video, and so were they very happy with the work that you've delivered?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, the shots look fantastic. I think if this was for a film, then the only thing I would say is that I would be missing the interactive lighting on the person a bit more than it is right now, because it needed some rim light, it needed some light from below for it to lit up the certain sections of the face and everything. And I think that's more obvious on certain shots than others. For example, on this one, you would have needed a rim light on the arm, a rim light. And that could have been done in several ways. You could have either done in 2D with some masks and some grading, but obviously the most perfect way of doing it would be to use some kind of 3D modeling matching with simple geometry and then using some lighting in 3D to try to do that rim light. So that would have brought the shots to the next level in terms of realism. But as music video shots and as highly stylized shots, I think they look fantastic. So please keep in mind that my comments are if the shots would have been, for a film or something like that. That would be what I would say. But as shots for a music video, they look fantastic. I love the fire. How did you achieve this fire? Is it all stock or is it CG, some of it?
It's all stock, yeah.
Okay, great. You did a fantastic job with the selection of clips that you've made. They all match. They are all really well selected for the shots. Yeah, fantastic work there. Yeah, and also I'm so glad that they have actual proper lighting inside the elements. Like they actually have light inside the car. That's really smart to make it that way,
Yeah, they consulted with me before the shooting, so yeah.
Right. I'm glad to hear that.
They could have placed them better, but yeah.
Yeah, but anything is better than not having it, So
yeah.
It looks great, and I wish there was one light source in here that would have been stronger because of the entire fire that are there here. Yeah, this one looks fantastic. This is a fantastic shot. I love it.
Really?
Yeah, I love this shot. I think because this shot, like I said, none of these shots are realistic in terms of a photorealistic approach, but from a stylized point of view, it's a beautiful shot. It's a really nice shot. That's what I meant. It's a very graphical shot, a very like stylized shot and almost like a romantic shot. It's really nice. I think you did a fantastic job there. Yeah. So, and again, is it still the same thing? All of them are stock. All of these shots.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I mean, the wall in front of them was like a 3D model. So, but the fire was stock footage. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, and then another music video. This time you have fire interaction and fog as well. Did you when you did the fog? Did you created a depth pass, or how was this achieved?
No, I didn't. I just tracked the 3D camera movement and placed layers of different fog layers. So yeah, I didn't use any
Okay.
volumetrics.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's like,
Next time you try something like this, I would recommend you. It's just a recommendation. There is a really good tool to make fake depth passes inside of Nuke, which is for Copycat. And there's also not just on Copycat, but also if you look at some if you look at some machine learning tools, even on ConfUI, and also of course in Copycat inside of Nuke, that create really realistic depth maps out of normal footage, and they could have really helped to create this really nice fog effect that would really have a three-dimensional feeling to it, because right now it's a bit flat between the elements. Although you did a good job manually placing them, it should have still had some of the trees a bit further along on the depth, you know. I think, yeah, exactly. Like someone on the chat, Nikki, yeah, sorry, I had the name covered there. Nikki is saying depth anything. Depth anything is actually possible to process inside of Copycat, but I do think depth anything can also be processed outside Copycat. So you don't necessarily need to use Nuke for that. There's a lot of other tools that can be used in machine learning to try to do
and
that.
it doesn't have the flickering, because my problem with these depth tools is that they always flicker as hell.
Yeah, I know, and it's a hit and miss most of the time. It's a hit and miss, and I know depth anything is one of the best ones, and I've also had a lot of success in the past in production by denoising it and also messing with the settings until I get a more stable version of it. You know, it is usually the case that you try to create it and then you work on top of it and basically denoise it and basically deflicker it to try to get it to work. And Sejel is also mentioning that, and I forgot about that, Blackmagic inside of DaVinci has also a tool for that to make depth maps. Yeah, and I believe you can output just the map itself. So I know you're using After Effects, but you could have probably exported it to After Effects as a plate so that you can use it there if you're not using Nuke. Yeah, so cool. Then the fire again, very well integrated. You did a fantastic job realizing that you don't even have a depth pass, and I think you did a good job. I would, of course, loved to see a bit more depth in between the layers here of the fires, because I do think that it does look like it's too attached to the floor and there is no depth breakup of the fires in a way, because they all kind of looked a bit transparent, especially the ones on the floor. I think the ones on the floor are the worst offenders, but it's still a really good shot. I think it did a really good job. That's a lot of fire. This element here is probably not as well selected as the other ones. I don't think this element works very well. It almost looks like a nuclear explosion that you have behind the person.
That's what pops into my mind too.
I know. It's like, bro. Okay. Cool.
I mean, the clip is Dark Phoenix, so it's a phoenix born from the fire.
Have you seen this film? Have you seen it was nominated for the Oscar for VFX, called The Lost Bus. Have you seen that movie?
I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard of it. And,
oh yeah,
I want to.
You should see the breakdowns. You should see the visual effects breakdowns of that film. It's exactly this. It's this.
I have seen the breakdowns, but I didn't see the film.
But of course, it's all full CG. It's not the same.
So.
And when they had footage, they rotomated the whole thing and did modeling of all the elements and persons and vehicles, so they could integrate it into the depth maps. So it's a different conversation. But it reminds me of that, because that film kind of reminds me of that. Yeah. This person would be dead by now. He's like walking around here with a jacket that would inflame itself right away. Okay. Then we have this thing here, Martha, which is really cool as well. You did a really good job. This is a really, really complex shot that you have here. You have so much CG here, so many planes flying through. Okay, cool. I have a feeling that, I don't know, there's something. I I don't know if it's the scale. There's something wrong with this plane coming through. I think I think the plane is too small. I have a feeling the plane is too small. It might be the only thing that I think everything else is looking fine. Although I think that this is a nighttime shot. I feel the pops of light should have been brighter because the camera is fully exposed to try to capture the night outside, and so I think the pings of explosions would be brighter. But then I have a feeling that the plane that is flying through, almost hitting the person, I think is too small. I don't know. I don't know if you have you done the whole thing in scale, and is it properly scaled or everything? It just feels like it's a bit too small.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I mean, this shot was hell with like manual tracking and everything. No, but the plane is supposed to be right behind the building, so
Yeah. That's fine. It's a small thing, but I just have a feeling that the scale is off because he's so close to the plane. By this time, by being so close to the window, it would have been much bigger, the plane. So that's the thing that kind of sticks to my mind when I watched this for the first time. And yeah, in here you did a really good job with the keying. It's really well made. I wish that when this thing fired, that it moved, because these guns they have a quite big kick. And I'm not seeing any kick whatsoever. I have a nice lighting interaction and a nice flare, and a nice muzzle flash, but there's no kick on the bullet. Like doom, 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 doom. It should be moving around a bit. Would have also made it more dangerous and more realistic, I think. Yeah, Mikhail has some comments about the plane as well. He says the angle is off, and I'm not sure if the landing gear should be deployed. That's a nice comment on the landing gear. Mikhail, I don't think this person, the pilot that is about to die, is thinking much about it. But it's a nice touch of talking about the landing gear. Yeah, so I'm missing the kick from that gun. You did a good job with the explosions. The explosions are much brighter now, so I think that works. And it's really nice that you've put the fires under the clouds, because then you see the silhouettes of the planes. That's a really nice touch. Really nice touch. The explosions, are they Blender or are they elements?
Elements too. Yeah.
They're elements, yeah.
I don't think anything is Blender on this shot. It's all 2D.
Yeah. The explosions look a bit off for what it is. Like, usually these airplanes don't explode like this, so I think the explosions are not the best element that maybe I think, well, let me put it this way. I think it's the best element you could have probably found, but for this, if this would have been made on a film, much better to pick to actually do a proper explosion with proper physics of an airplane exploding instead. Because this explosion is way too big for an airplane. The airplane doesn't have enough fuel to make such a big fireball. And also, like, you would have seen the rest of the wings and parts of the plane actually exploding. It would have been by parts, it would have been hit, and then you would have seen sections of it being hit and then fired. It looks a little bit too much. That's what I would say. They're a bit too big, and they end up being a bit unrealistic, Okay, so again, Martha as well. Some nice fires and smokes that you put on the backgrounds there.
Sorry, I'm trying to plug my phone in because the battery is low.
No problem. This is all elements as well, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yeah, really well made with the elements, and I think you did a good job with the depth and also the focusing matching. You almost got it. Like, there's some of them that are not elements, right? So that's a real explosion on the set, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think you almost got it, but you kind of didn't match it correctly, I think. I don't know if this was a comment from the client, but kind of feel like this smoke is a lot more detailed and it has a much more whitish look than the smoke that you put in. So the whole thing is a bit too gray, and you've lost a lot of detail on the smoke on the bottom here. It's all very even. I think you overgraded the smoke and you lost the final detail, the fin detail inside of it, and it became almost like a straight line under, which I think it should have been broken up. Maybe you should have put other layers of smoke in different depths so that you don't have this feeling of a single line, which is what's happening right now,
Yeah.
which makes it a bit fake. And also you have some kind of artifact here going on. I think this is the ending of some element that you might have. There's like two lines. There are like straight there. You see there?
Mhm.
There's like two lines. So maybe have a look. Maybe it's a mask or roto shape somewhere. Very well made with the motion blur and the movement. That's really well achieved. You matched it really well. I think you did a good job. But yeah, you see, like it's the same thing here. You need to like be better at this interaction. You see, the the grass should be thin and detailed rotoscoped on front. It shouldn't be so blurred and so badly keyed on the front of the smoke, because you then get these really awkward blurred edges that are going on the bottom there. And you have, again, the same thing. They're a bit too gray, lost a lot of detail. They kind of need some work, so.
Okay.
Yeah, so, okay, so let's move on to the next one.
By the way, I might just disappear at some point because
You have no battery.
for some reason my phone doesn't charge.
You mean like the whole call will go down and you will disappear, or just your image?
I think the whole call.
Okay, okay. If that happens, I will just continue. I'll continue with I will continue with the showreel. Don't worry. I will continue reviewing it, and we can talk on the chat. Don't worry about it. Okay. Mikhail says the guy reloading the rifle have roto outlines when the camera moves into him. Which guy? Let me just have a look. Spot on, Mikhail. You're always watching and seeing everything. Let's see here. The guy reloading would have been the next guy. I think it's this guy. Okay, wait. He says there's like an outline. Oh yeah, he's right. There's like an outline of white there on the top of his helmet. I missed that. Thanks, Mikhail. Yeah, that's the problem. I'm trying to do these showreels quite fast, and now I'm missing things. I need to like get this format correct. Not too fast, but not too slow. Because in the past, I've had these showreel reviews that we lingered for an hour talking about the shots. And I can't do that anymore. Otherwise, we're never going to leave. But yeah, for sure, there's like some roto problems going on here on the helmet, on the top of the helmet. Okay, so we're going to move on to your shot. Okay, that's a nice shot. The last shot is a nice achieved shot. Because you don't have any floors, you don't have the same problems you had on the other shots. We kind of can live well, much better with the lines. There's some dodgy edges here, going on, but I can live with them. But there's like some dodgy edges, like this edge here with the smoke, which is a bit weird. But I don't think you notice it too much. But if anything, maybe can be fixed if you had the time, something like that. Okay, so then what's going on here? Oh yeah, it's the crowd. Okay. Yeah, it did a good job with the crowd. I think, yeah. It looks like you've repeated some people, though. Like, that's the only thing that I can notice. Kind of looks like all these 5 people are the same, and these 3 people are the same. Or at least it looks like that, because it's the same colors,
Mm-hmm.
So maybe break that up the next time you do something like this. Maybe break up the crowd as much as you can. I think that is this the last shot? I think it is. Isn't it? Yeah, well, this is the last sequence. Yeah. So yeah, this looks nice. Again, I think it would have been nice to ping the light a bit more. This could have had a bright core on the middle of that light. Would have been nice, like you have on this one. On the footage itself, you see, like it should have been the same kind of deal. When you put in the atmosphere, you're getting some really nasty black edges going on here. So I think you probably would have had to try to edge blend this a bit better. But the shot looks nice. Also, like I think the little insects. I can't remember the name of them in English. In Portuguese it's called pirilampos. I can't remember in English what's the name of them. But these like little bugs that have the light on the tail, they should have been brighter as well. They should have been pinged. The bright bit of them should have pinged more. And then this guy comes in.
Well, the client wanted them like not that bright. So.
Okay, well then, if the client wants,
that was the client comment. Yeah.
Yeah, if the client wants, the client gets. It's fine. So, and then sky is really nice. This is really
this was a roto hell.
Oh yeah, I bet.
But the moment that I saw this puppet, I fell in love with this movie, so I have to do it.
Yeah, this is fantastic. Yeah, it's really good. The work is really well made as well. You did a really good job with the rebuilding of the top there, with the hair and the stick, like the puppeteer stick being removed. Did a really good job with matching that. Yeah, it's really nice. Really nice work. Yeah, it's fantastic. Cool, man. Yeah. Like I said, your showreel is great. It has a few things, a few minor problems with some roto here and there, and the smoke interaction, a few issues here and there, but really nice showreel, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you.
No problem. Anything else that you want to talk or discuss or anything, or?
Well, not really. Thank you very much for your work, because I think what you're doing is very valuable. I've been following you for a while now, and I really like your work. You helped preparing me for my first on-set VFX supervision. So.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that I could help. Thank you so much.
Yeah. That's
I need to update those videos. I need to make new ones. But yeah, thank you so much for saying that. Cool, man. Well, good luck with everything, and I can't wait to see more work. You're very talented, and your showreel is great. It's really really good.
Thank you.
Really good.
Thank you. And also maybe a little message to anyone who wants to learn this. But you have told that already. The early 2000s, like behind the scenes videos of films, were great. So everyone must watch them, like Lord of the Rings appendices and stuff like that, because they were just super great, and they taught me everything I know.
I keep talking about that on the podcast with Ian. I keep talking about those things on all these amazing behind the scenes DVDs that existed in the 2000s. And the crazy thing is that most of those behind the scenes are slowly being removed from the Blu-rays. And as you buy, just the other day, for example, I found out that Speed, for example, Speed has this DVD from the 2000, which has 2 discs filled with behind-the-scenes shots and breakdowns and visual effects and everything. And now the 4K Blu-ray has none of it. They took all of it away. But I keep telling people on the podcast that they can go to eBay and it's like $2, $3 these DVDs. They're really cheap, and they're like full on film school. They're like film school, some of them. So I really recommend people buying them,
And you see people there who are really passionate about this craft.
Yeah.
So exactly. It's not like a marketing material, but you see people who love what they're doing, and that's very important, I think. Yeah. So,
absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, thanks so much for mentioning that.
Thank you.
Cool, man. Well, I'll see you later.
Thank you for having me, and keep up the good work.
Thank you. You're always welcome, so you can always come back again and show us your next year's showreel, We can't wait to see it.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, that was great. Thank you so much for joining. And let's just move on to the next one. Moths. That's fireflies. That's right. Fireflies. Thanks so much. I fireflies. I was like trying to find the word for it. Okay, cool. So it was a great reel. Oh, I completely forgot to mention that you can. There's a giveaway today on the stream. I completely forgot to mention this. Yeah, there's a giveaway. That's the link there. I completely forgot about it. I was like just talking about the showreel. So if you want to join, and if you want to like get my Nuke course for free, just join the giveaway. The giveaway will be at some point on the stream, probably more to the end of the stream. And so if you want to be part of that, that's the link. I've put the link both on Twitch and on YouTube as well. Okay, so one thing, I'm just gonna make one thing real quick here before I forget. That's the one. Okay, so and before I forget, just if anyone wants, if they want, they can wait for the end of the stream, of course. But if they don't want to wait, my courses right now, both of them, are 75% off. I forgot all about this on the beginning of the stream. Should have said all of this on the beginning of the stream. That's how excited I was. And so, yeah, so that's the links. That's the link. It's 75% off. It's the cheapest this course has ever been. And you have, to celebrate spring, limited time only. Both my workshops and my Nuke course are 70% off right now. So if you want to have a look. Okay, Fran Yoshi is saying, didn't I say before, the lip sync is out of sync for me? You're talking about my lips? Is that the case? You're talking about like me talking? Is it out of sync? I don't know why that would be out of sync. But, I haven't done a stream since November or something. I'm sure I screwed something up here, and there's something wrong on the setup, and something was updated and something was not updated, and this and that, and oh my god, this is so painful. Mine is off. Okay, I don't know why that is off. I have no idea why that would be the case. I'll look into it after the stream then. I am sorry for that. That is out of sync. I will I will check that later and see if I can find why that would be the case. On Twitch is fine, but YouTube is not. Oh, it's probably YouTube's fault then. Okay. With that in mind, let's just jump into the next show reel. Like I said, I want to try to make it a bit snappy. We'll see if this works, because you saw I tried to make it a bit too fast and I missed. I really gutted that I missed the rotoscope. I can't be this fast. I need to be a little bit slower. Okay, so the next show reel we're gonna do is, let's just bring it up. So the next, like I said, I'm doing it by order of upload. So right now I have, next up is Mikhail Abushinov. I think that's how I pronounce that name. So I don't know if Mikhail wants to join me, if they are here, or if they are not here. I don't think this is this Mikhail. The Mikhail is talking on the chat. Maybe it is. I don't know your last name. Maybe it is you. It could be. Probably it is you. I wasn't sure if that's your last name, but yeah, it probably is you. Yeah, it's you, right? Like, yeah. I wasn't sure if this was your last name. I think it is. Yeah, it is. It is. I only know you as Mikhail always. Yeah. Hey, Sebastian, how you doing? I can see that on Twitch, some people are saying hello. Don't forget, as I said on the top of the chat, that most people are on YouTube. So if you want to have a bigger chat on YouTube, you'll find a bigger chat. But I still stream on Twitch as well. So I'm not sure if Mikhail, do you want to join? Or, like I said, I want to make these quick. I don't want to make them too short, too long. But I'm going to play the showreel first, so everyone can hear the showreel and watch the showreel with sound. And like I said, if I get demonetized by this, I'll mute the sound after. But for now, let's just watch the showreel, this time without my face there. Let's just watch the showreel at least once with the music, okay? Okay, that was some big hit music, isn't it? Okay, so that's great, man. Good job, very good job. Let me just do one thing, a really quick thing here, because I need to have this thing. Okay, okay. So, do you want to come in to the call? If you do, I'm gonna so we can discuss this thing in person. I'm sure I'm going to be demonetized by that, but we'll see. Maybe I'm not. We'll never know. It's always a mystery wrapped into an enigma with YouTube. No one ever knows. Okay, so I'm going to create a new meeting. I'm on call. Okay, you're ready on call? Okay, cool. I'm going to join you. We're going to make this short, okay? I'm going to just like mention that right away. Okay, so, okay. The call link is this one. And please, only Mikhail joins. No one else joins. Please. For the love of God, don't join. Only Mikhail joins. Please. Okay, cool. The link is there if you want to join. In the meantime, let's just... Okay, he's already here. Okay, let me just bring them in. Can you hear me? Yes, you can. I think you can.
I can hear you clearly.
Great. How you doing, my friend?
Yeah, good. Still alive.
Still
breathing.
alive, okay.
What else do you need?
What time is it right now there? What time
Sorry,
is
what?
it? What time is it now there?
Yeah, it's 2 a.m.
Oh man, I'm sorry to do this to you.
Yeah, no worries. I work in nights.
Yeah, me too. Well, anyway, I thank you so much for sending the showreel. You were the second person to send the showreel when I first did the call. You would say you were beaten just by like a couple of minutes.
By a smidge.
By a smidge. So yeah, that was a fantastic showreel. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, sorry, I didn't realize it was you right away because I only know you as Mikhail. I never really think about your second name. I'm so sorry about that. But I kind of figured it must be him. It must be him. I'm not really sure. Yeah, that was a great showreel. Yeah, I think it was great. Your music though, like damn, it really goes high on the end there, but it's nice. Anyway, I think just to get, like I said, I'm trying to have this new format where I'm a bit faster and we go a bit more quick because, man, in the past we've done some showreel reviews where I spent an hour and a half doing a review, and I don't want to do that anymore. And I still spent way too much time on this last showreel, but I want to see if I can make things fast. So we'll try to make it snappy. So,
yeah, sure.
And as much as we can. Of course, I don't want to miss things like I missed just now. But you know, for the folks that don't know you, just tell them a little bit where you're calling from and what's your experience and what have you been up to in a few words, you know.
Yeah, I'm calling from Indonesia. My experience is mainly media entertainment, some short clips, 1 or 2 full features, and basically it's generally full CGI shots or like with fixed shots.
Okay, cool. And you mostly work just for the Indonesian market, or do you work for all over the world? What's your experience there?
No, I mostly work with the Western market. It's Europe and States. Yeah, I very rarely work with local.
Cool.
Yes, South Asia.
You see there on the chat, everyone knows Mikhail. You see that? Which is nice.
Yep.
Everyone knows you. Well, I can't thank you enough. You're always here on the stream and you're always supporting so much. So thank you so much for doing that. I'm going to share my...
Unfortunately, I was not able to see my own showreel because I was sitting and watching Twitch ad.
Oh, I'm so sorry for that. Yeah, Twitch is a bit of a hit and miss, as we all know. But I still have it on because just the other day I was doing an event in London and someone actually came up to me and said to me, Oh, hi Hugo. I'm the guy, the one guy that you have on Twitch watching. It's me. Because I don't want to watch it on YouTube. I just wanted to watch it on Twitch. And I really thank you so much for keeping the Twitch alive. And I'm like, okay, great, I'll keep it alive. But yeah, well, it's not a it's a lie. We have four
always
people. We have 4 people on Twitch. So I don't be
Yeah, I always watch on Twitch because it has less delay, and when there is interaction, I can't watch on YouTube because it's like 30 seconds delay
Oh yeah,
for me.
it's super delayed. It's super delayed, But it has some advantages. It has much better quality in terms of image on YouTube,
Yep.
and also I try my best, but I cannot match on Twitch the YouTube, and it's the same stream coming out, but it, as you can probably notice on Twitch, it's a much lower quality version of the stream.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that's why the delay is there, because the delay is probably processing the footage in a higher quality. I can only assume that's why YouTube looks better. But anyway, you see my screen, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. So let's go through it and talk about it. Go for it.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure that your camera is.
Oh no, sorry. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Well spotted. Well spotted, my friend.
Always checking.
Thanks. I'm a bit rusty. It's been a while since I've done stream.
Yeah.
Man, this guy looks so much like Chuck Norris. It's like unreal how much he looks like Chuck Norris, because he just died just the other day. I was so sad for that. Like, he's part of my childhood, and this guy is so similar to Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris didn't die. He just made all achievements in this world and moved to the next one.
I know. It is amazing the amount of memes that came out of his death. Like of him punching death and killing death. It's amazing. The funny thing is that he really enjoyed it, and he really went for it. And sometimes he even went to shows and he read the memes and everything. It was such a nice guy. And he's gonna be surely missed. I really was really down when he died. I really loved his movies. They were so silly and so stupid, but I loved it so much. Especially when I was a kid, man. I thought he was the best ever. Okay, anyway, so we have the UFO coming in here with the Chuck Norris here looking at the UFO. So, man, this looks really nice. Really gives me vibes of Steven Spielberg's film, what's the name? I forgot. I'm having a blank now. Close Encounters. Really kind of reminds me of Close Encounters. The quality is really low, by the way. It's really pixelated and really compressed. So that is the only thing that I'm kind of like a bit off with it. I can see the compression, the compression, and I can see the artifacts, which is a shame. But I think you did a great job with the light interaction and the haziness that you did there. I really like your displacement effect that you have there. So yeah, this is nice, man. The other thing that I would say is that perhaps, just a small comment, I think this is really bright. I think it would have brightened it up a bit more, the floor, especially this really big hot spot on the middle. I would have imagined that it would have brightened up a bit more on the center, because I have all these spots in the big center. I wish that I could see a bit of a center light here, and then maybe a few others as well. Almost like, if you want to try to make this, you could probably just make a reflective pass in 3D and then just really blend it into the floor, blur it a lot, and just have it almost like a blurred, diffuse reflection. I think that could have worked.
Quick explanation here. I was going for this at my first iteration, but the issue is that for this short movie, there is the shots that follow. There is a close up of him using real lights.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, the real lights, brightness of the real lights have to be matching with those.
Yeah, okay,
I made like it very bright. It's like illuminated like a whole wall and the floor, but they said that like it mismatches too much. I turned it down.
I see. No, it's fine. It's fine. The client is always right, so it doesn't matter. I'm just like mentioning that, but yeah, it's fine. I think it looks great. The shot. I was just being picky, really, to be honest. I think it does look great. So let's move on to the next one. So this one here. Sorry, I have the player on the front of it. So additional trucks and people. So basically they only had 3 there. Okay. And
Yeah.
then you put are they all copies from those, or are they CG trains, the CG buses, the trucks that you've put in?
Yeah,
Yeah, must be
they
CG. Yeah, because
no, they are full CG
yeah.
trucks. Trucks are full CG with a mix of projected textures and custom textures.
I think you did a good job in integration and everything. I do feel that the trucks are a bit off in size. They're much bigger than the ones that were there. Maybe that was in purpose. I don't know. But if you look, for example, at the cabin of this one and the cabin of that one, or the cabin of this one and this one, there is substantial amount of size differences between them, and even the back trailer as well. There's different sizes as well. Of course, obviously, I'm not a specialist in trucks. Maybe they are all different. Maybe that's the thing.
No, they are.
Okay.
It's in Russia we have like Scania brand trucks, and they are very very much. But for the like whole like backside of the trucks, yeah, they maybe should be matching better.
Oh, you think the back side of the trucks would be standardized? Would be a standard size for all of them? Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Like the containers. Okay. Yeah, that's the only thing that stood out for me. I think you did a really good job with the integration.
And people just took from the another takes.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, like, Sejal has a good point with this comment. I do think they look a bit too clean. That's for sure. And they don't have shine. They don't have shine enough because they do look like they're matte. You can clearly see there's like reflective materials going on the two that are real, and there's lack of. It's almost like they've been sandblasted. So you do lack.
They're dirty.
Yeah, they're dirty. Okay, even if they're dirty, you would still have some reflection coming through. So I do think Sejal's point is a valid point.
Sure.
Should have been more reflective, I think.
The most part was matching shadows for the trucks.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, exactly. Yeah, the shadows are really matching, and I think you did a really good job. And then the people coming in, they did a really good job with the extra people that you put in. I mean, I don't even think anyone would ever notice that you put in some people there. It's not a lot of people, but it's some on the back there that you put in. Yeah. There's also a misalignment of the plate, but maybe that's a request. Maybe, I don't know. Like, did they ask you to straighten the shot or something, or because there's like if I go back here to the breakdown, you see that there's when you do the comp, it's stretched the plate. So in here we have, for example, this building is here, and you see it's like not on the same place. So it's like almost it's been stretched or it's been straightened. Maybe that was a request from the client. I don't know.
Yeah, it was a distortion issue because original plate was undistorted like improperly.
Okay.
And when I tried to work with the original plate, the tracks on the sides looked like very like ugly.
Okay.
So I fiddle around with distortions, so the whole scene with the tracks on the side, including, would look like more pleasing.
Okay, I see. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. And then this is the shots. Okay, so you have.
Yeah, it's the same shot with additional tracks, but I didn't
do a
original
breakdown.
plate.
Oh yeah, so that's what I was wondering. So, and there's like less people, but yeah, so I see. Yeah, I think definitely you did a good job. I think it's only those two things. I think the shininess is the only thing that kind of like comes to mind. And the distortion, I'm missing the distortion on the plate itself. I think the distortion should have been applied back again so that it would match the original shot. But again, it doesn't really matter. No one is gonna watch the original shot, so it doesn't really matter because people are just going to watch this one. A lot of times we forget that people only watch the final thing you give them. So even if you have something that looks better before, does it matter? No, because people are going to only
sometimes it doesn't even look better. It just look different.
Exactly.
And for us, it's something.
Yeah, but
when we
it
see
isn't for
original.
anyone watch. I've learned this a long time the hard way because I used to be when I was younger used to be obsessed with the shots and had to be better and better and better and perfect and perfect and perfect. And then I started realizing when I showed the shots for the first time to a client, the first time for a person that has never been on the project or never seen anything, and they love the shot anyway because they haven't been through the iteration, so they have no idea how it looked before, how it was, or what it could have been. It doesn't matter because they looked at it at the final version and they thought it was fine. So I think that's one thing that I've learned a long time ago. So I do think it looks fine, and no one's ever going to notice about the reflections unless they see a behind the scenes, unless they see a breakdown going,
Yeah, comparison is the thief of the joy.
Exactly, absolutely. Okay, so you've removed or add. Oh yeah, additional. Oh yeah, you've put some more dogs. Okay. Where did you found the dog? Is it like plates from other plates or?
Yeah, there were several takes of the dogs. I took the dogs
Oh, I
from
see.
the
I see.
different places, but I did there more than just copy paste dogs because uh, the dogs mostly were like in different orientations, so I had to remake shadows from
I
the
see.
dogs that were like oriented differently.
Yeah, I see. I see. I see what you mean. Yeah, I
And
did.
also, Blue Dogs, it's client's requests.
Yeah, well, client is always right.
Yeah,
No, it looks great. I don't think it's a problem at all. Okay, then we get into these vertical videos. Love them. The vertical videos thing going. This is a crazy, crazy shot. I really like this. The only thing that that I saw immediately was that you had some flickering going on here on the front of the car. You can kind of see a lot of flickering going on the reflection of the front of the logos there. I think there's like some render artifacts. This
yeah.
happens a lot with me as well. I usually go in because if it's only a few like that, you could go in and paint them one by one, and then you'll get rid of at least the ones that are more aggressive. Because once you get into here, then it looks like the sun. It's not a problem anymore. That looks really realistic. It's only the ones on the beginning, these ones, that look a bit egregious. So I would paint those out. I think the car itself looks great. I have a feeling that your black point might be a bit too much. I think you went a little bit too far with the black shadow, contact shadow. Maybe a little bit too much. Now, I must ask, because this is just nuts, where are these lemons coming from? Or are they coming from the wheels? Like, where are they coming from? What is going on
That's
here?
that's for a client to explain. Original idea was they were falling from the trunk.
Okay, I see. And then,
So
yeah, I see.
clients
And
requested them from flying out of from under the wheels. I'm like,
I like this. Look at that. That's beautiful. The wheel rim is creating lemons. It's like, what
yeah,
the hell is going on here? But I have to say, this shot is terrific. I love this shot. This shot is really creative and really nice. And apart from the fact that the lemons are way too big, these are the biggest lemons in the world. The lemons are
and
completely
some of
off
them are
scale.
floating over the shadows. Like
Yes.
in a
Yes. And some of them are going through the bonnet and through the rims and through the car, and they have all sorts of collision problems. But like you said, it's a
Yeah.
client request. You can only do what you can. I think from a compositing point of view, it does feel that your black point of the core contact shadow is a little bit too black. I think this is too black inside the
Yeah.
shot. But it looks terrific. I mean, I think it looks great. It's a really funny video and really fun video, and only has these two technical issues: the flicker on the beginning and the shadow. Everything else is a request from the client. So, hey man, screw it. It
Yeah, I'm not
looks great.
sure. Am I missed it, or maybe it's a mismatch of the color space? Maybe, yeah, maybe still I missed it.
Maybe it could be, but it looks great. It's a really tiny little off. I think it looks great. You did a really
Yeah.
good job. These are mega lemons. Jesus, the biggest lemons in the world. They're so big. Yeah, this is a really fun shot. I really like it.
Yeah,
Um,
of course, the first iterations were the lemons proper physical size, but the client said lemons too small.
You also have some floaty lemons as well, which is nice.
Yeah.
Some of them are on the yeah. Of course, the client said they're too small. They need to look like melons instead. And
It was a last minute addition, so I had less time to figure out all the simulations. Yeah.
okay, cool. So then you have these robots going on here, serving people, serving some weird pizzas. And this pizza looks really nice. Is that like a plate or is it CG?
It's a 3D scan.
Wow, looks really nice. Oh, you see, it's like a proper pizza that was scanned. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good question, Sajel. What are they selling? Is that lemonade brand? Is that what that is? Lemonata.
Yeah, it's a cafe that in Dubai that one of their like main dishes is like various kinds of lemonades.
Okay, I see. Okay, I see. Makes sense now. Okay, the robot's coming in. You did a really good job with the motion blur, with the iteration. Where's the reflection of the bow? The robot doesn't have a reflection of the floor, though. Did you forget that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope. I didn't make them.
Yeah, so the floor is missing the reflection. Motion blur is looking really
Yeah.
nice. The pizza looks fantastic, man. Look at that. Like, that looks so realistic. And then they are here. That's all good. I think you did a really good job. Yeah, it's just the reflections missing there. I think that's the only thing that I kind of... Also, like, I would say that maybe the plastic is a little bit too shiny and maybe looking a bit too CG-ish. I think would have been nice if the textures had some kind of like texture to it and maybe some dust to it, something to make them less clean and perfect like this. The same goes for this shot. This shot also has the same problem. I think the cars are way too perfect and they look very CG because of that. They are extremely reflective and there's nothing stopping the reflections. You needed to have some kind of extra subtle dirt pass. And also you're missing motion blur as well. Look
On
at
the rims.
And on the reflection. Look at the reflection. The reflection of the building on the window is not reflective, is not motion blurred. And it should have been motion blurred. And this is easily fixed. You could have just like motion blurred just that pass and then roto on, like use the object IDs to roto on top. That could have worked. But I think those two things, the extreme shininess of the car plus the lack of motion blur is making it a bit fake. I think if those two things were in, it would have looked perfect. It's like, look at this car. If you look at this car, which is a real car, like, look at how the reflects. It's not that shiny. There's like this extra layer of something fogging the reflections and making them a little bit less bright and making them a little bit grayer. That just makes it look like there's a layer on the paint that doesn't reflect as much. I think this car is the perfect reference. And then when you look at this one, you see what's happening. The reflections are too bright, too sharp. No, not motion blurred. They basically need to be a bit more lifted in terms of white points as well. So yeah, that's really a small thing. A small thing.
Yes, Agil says that lights on the elevator and the headlights are overblown. That was a client's request.
Of course it was.
Yeah, they needed to be like white shiny. I tried to explain, but yeah.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
Never mind then. Never mind what I said.
Yeah, for the motion blur, yeah, it's my mistake. And for the shininess, I tried to make it closer to references, but they are requested it to be shiny.
Of course, make it shine. Make it shiny. Okay, cool.
They said that the car looked dirty.
Of course.
And as you pointed on these real cars,
Yeah.
I said like, yeah, but these don't look dirty.
No,
Still,
it doesn't look dirty. It's like just the realistic thing.
yeah,
This is because it looks great. This thing, but because there's no sense of atmosphere whatsoever, it needed to be a little bit atmospherically fogged so that you would see a little bit of haze going on in this side here, and to make it the scale a bit off, because the scale is a bit off. It looks like a miniature arm behind the building because of that.
yeah.
So that's the thing. And also the car, I think the car is too big coming out of the building, because that car is, I think it's too big, because look at the windows. And this thing is, in terms of depth, is like on that car over there. This is the car that should be there.
Yeah,
I think
the
it's
car exactly 2 times larger.
then it should
Again,
be.
client
Okay.
requests.
Okay, great. They've requested that. Okay, that's fine. Never mind then what I said. Hey,
No, it's valid thing to point out if it's missed.
exactly.
But if it's
Exactly. So never mind then. Never mind what I said. Okay, but then in here it's fine. The scale is fine here on this one. Yeah. You have somewhat. I know it. Maybe it is not. I don't know if that's a white line or it's a rim
it's a
line.
shine.
It's a shine. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I think it looks great. I think it looks good. Are the cars on the back also CG? They are, right?
No, they are real.
They're real. Then it's the shutter, because there's no motion blur on them
Yeah,
whatsoever.
It's very bright.
Yeah. There's no motion blur whatsoever. They shot this with a shutter speed, with a really strange shutter speed. Wow. Okay. I would always thought that they would be CG because of the shutter. The shutter changes sometimes make the shot look really, really fake because of that. Okay, and then the guy goes. Okay, and then a police car comes through. Police car is probably after that crane, since it's in the middle. Then you have some giraffes going through here. Why are there some giraffes here?
It's an advertisement for the zoo.
Jesus Christ. Okay. I mean, they don't look very realistic, I must say. I think the animation is a bit floaty. It's not very smooth. He doesn't really touch the floor when
Yeah.
it slides a bit. So there's a few problems with this in terms of animation, but I'm sure they were delighted with it, the result.
Yeah, our creature effects team was sold me, so
Yeah,
we
exactly.
work with what we can.
Exactly. I get it. Yeah, the giraffe psyche is snapping. Yeah, I know. Well, yeah. Well, if that would have been the only problem, Seychelles.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna start with this shot. I'm gonna just skip to the next one. Okay, this one here. I think that you went a bit too far with the shading. It's really overexposed, and also it's too bright. It's basically just too reflective as well, and also like the reflection that you put into these things, they're not what's happening. This street would not be looking like that. It looks like the reflection is from an unshaded bridge that you had there. So, but it's
You
only
could be right.
yeah, it's not shaded. The bridge itself, it's not shaded. It's missing the asphalt. It's missing the traffic lines. It's missing all those things on the reflection. Once it goes away, then it's fine, because then you don't notice those things anymore. And then it goes away. Now, this shot here, I'm not going to really spend much time talking about it. It doesn't look realistic at all, but I don't think that's the idea. It's a very graphic shot of a commercial. I get the idea. I get what's trying to be done here. So, it's not no point discussing how real or not real. I'm sure they were happy, and that's what matters.
Yeah. They very like the bridge and the cars.
Yeah, exactly. Now this shot looks terrific. I think it did a great job with this, like this reflective balloon of some glass balloon of some kind. You did a really good job with it. I think the reflections look nice. The refractions are looking nice as well. I'm not so sure about the flare. The flare looks a bit fake, especially the lens bokeh flare that is happening there. Looks I don't think I could live without it. I think I would say that. But yeah, I think from an integration point of view, let's forget for a moment that this is completely unrealistic and completely off the wall. But it is as something that you've included into this plate. I think it looks actually quite well achieved. There's a little bit of flicker going on some of the edges and some of the rims and the metal parts of the balloon. There's a little bit of flicker.
Yeah.
It would have been nice maybe to have some heat haze coming out of the thrust. That could have been a nice touch, since it's a blue fire, which is very hot. So it would have displaced the area around in here. So that would have been a nice touch. And then this shot, man, this looks, I don't think it's worth me spending any time talking about it. It's like a motion graphic almost shot that has to do with the jewelry coming through. I mean, the jewels themselves, they look very reflective and they don't look very realistic. I don't think rings look this thick and the reflection is a bit off and the camera shake is a bit off. The whole thing, this shot is not really a shot that I think should be on the showreel because it's not as good as the other shots. Your other shots are better, and you have a quite long showreel, so you don't need this shot. Just let you know. And I actually think that's both that shot and this shot. They're really the worst shots you have on the showreel, and they bring the showreel overhaul quality down. I don't think you need them. I think everything else, and maybe this one as well, I think everything else looks fine and looks really nice for you to have in the showreel. But by far, the first stuff you have is the best, and I'm glad you put it on the beginning. I think this shot is definitely one of the best ones. I think the truck shot looks really nice as well. The dog shot looks fantastic as well. The lemonade thing is fantastic. I think really, really nice. I think the robot apart from reflection, this looks really nice. I think after this car thing, once you get into the off-scale car here, this one is fine. And then once you get to the giraffe and then you get to these final shots, they're not as good as the rest of your showreel. Like I think just be aware of that when you're sending this over. If you're trying to look for work on a company, if that's the case, if you do that, just be aware of that those shots are not as good as the rest. But if they're just showing everything you do, then it's fine. It's because you might even get new clients because of these shots. So it depends what you need this showreel for. If it's a showreel to send to recruitment, then maybe trim it a bit. If it's a showreel just to show every work that you do, then I think you should leave it as it is.
Yeah, it's mostly like that. The first two shots, like with UE4 it's a short film, but the dogs and the trucks, it's a feature, like the only feature film I worked on.
Yeah.
So the rest is just commercials for social media.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with that. And like I said, I think you should keep it for your showreel that is on your promotional website where you're talking about what you're doing. You should leave all of it because, man, you never know. Someone sees one of these and think, this is exactly what we need, And these are short shots, cheap shots. They're not supposed to be very photoreal. They're just supposed to be social media campaigns and social media commercials. There's always like a level for everything, And I think for a social media commercial and a social media campaign, they look fantastic, They look terrific. So just keep that in mind if you ever want to apply to a company or try to get a job on film or try to get a job somewhere else. Then you probably have to trim and make some choices and have maybe less shots, So, yeah.
Down to first two.
Exactly. Exactly. No, not just the first two. I think the lemonade car is really nice, and I think the parking lot and also the arm dropping the car, those look okay for you to keep. I don't think it's a big deal. Also the robot with the pizza, that looks nice as well. So I think some of the shots in this one as well, this one with the balloon looks nice as well. So I think some of these shots still look okay for you to leave them. Cool, man. Well, and that is it. Look at that. We've done.
Yep.
We're done. Cool, man. I hope that was... Oh, sorry. I forgot to put you here. I hope that was okay for you. Thank you so much for joining, my friend.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Thank you for reviewing my first assembled completely showreel, but yeah, so much work to do.
Oh, this is the first time that you're like assembling a showreel for showing or for those kind of things? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, it's because my camera is frozen. It's because I had a lot of works, including feature films and commercial works. I just didn't get any permissions because of lots of NDAs.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And
that's common.
yeah, it was issues trying to reach everyone and try to get permissions, and I just now was able to assemble some showreel to have at least.
Cool, man. Well, I think it looks great. I think it's a really good showreel. So, and thank you so much always for all the support and always being here on the streams and always helping everyone and always saying things on the chat as well. And thank you so much for being so interactive and so good for the community, my friend.
Yeah, of course, and thank you for all the work you do.
Thanks for saying that. I'll see you around, my friend.
Yeah,
See you around. Bye. Okay, cool. Excellent. So we are done. Another one. It's not as fast as I thought it was going to be, of course, because we're only on the second one. And we had 10. Like I said, we're never going to be able to do all 10. I don't think so. Because, you know, like I think this is the first time I'm going. But don't forget that we are, like I mentioned before, we're basically doing 3 in a row, you know, so we have other dates as well. So don't forget that we do have other dates. We're going to be next week again, 31st of March, and then the week after that, 7th of April. So 3 weeks, every Tuesday for 3 weeks. And I'm just checking how this format goes. And so if this is successful, I'll just keep putting more dates into the boards. We'll have at least 13 streams this year, at least 13, but probably more. But and whatever I don't review today, it will just be reviewed next week on the 31st. And then whatever I don't do on the 31st, I'll just review on the 7th. And then whatever is left, I'll just review on the next batch of reels. So I'll just keep going through the list on the order of arrival of the shots. That's the plan. That's what I'm gonna do. And I think we'll be all. I think this is gonna work out. I really think it's gonna work out. I think it's gonna be fine, and it's gonna be easier this way, especially because I think this time it's just a bit easier not to have to think about, you know, not to have to think about slots and not having to think about booking and people that might be on the books or maybe not on the books. Like I just don't have to think about it. I think it's a much easier way. So we're just gonna do a quick break before we go. I'm just gonna let you know as well as always that I do have my course is 75% off. So before I go to the break, I'll leave you the break as usual. We do a 10-minute break. And so I can stretch my legs, and I need to get some water, and I need to just stretch my legs really. Those are the links to go to my course for 70% off. Just use the spring sale 26 code for that. And of course, goes without saying that I am, courtesy of BenQ, I am doing a giveaway of my Nuke course. By the way, Hugo, the link of the showreel shots for your course and the link for the media for the course is generally broken. It says I do not have permission. I only have so okay. So you're talking about the that's right. So yeah, a while ago, if you're one of my students, a while ago I posted on the Discord channel of the course that I had to replace all the links because I had to make new links for Dropbox because Dropbox changed their server. And so I did brand new links, and that's probably why you can't see them anymore. So just email me and I'll send you the new links. I just need you to email me and I'll send you the new links of Dropbox right away, you know. Okay, so we're going to do a break, as I said. During the break, we're going to watch some of the BenQ Creative Pro models. As you know, BenQ Creative is the sponsor of this stream. We're going to be watching some of their monitors during the break if you want to stick around. Also during the break, you will also have the chance to watch the commercial for my wife's book. My wife's book is available right now. You need to go to that link. It is available on Kindle. It's available also on paperback, and it's available on hardcover as well. I'm putting the link there on the chat. That's the QR code if you want to check it out. Of course, I'm biased. I love her food, but really good food for anyone that loves food or desserts. Some really nice vegan and vegetarian dishes as well in here. And as you can see here, I have here the paper book. It's a really nice book with a lot of pictures, a lot of photos that we spent a lot of time doing. They're not AI photos, they're real photos. There's a hardcover version as well, and there's a paperback cover, and there's a Kindle version as well if you want to check it out. So support small creators. Keep that in mind if you want to gift the book to someone or something. Just it's available on all Amazons. You can go to any Amazon shop, look for the book, Green Recipes for All, and you'll find it on your local Amazon. The link I'm dropping there is for the UK Amazon. But if you go to US Amazon or India Amazon or France Amazon, there's other links as well, of course. Okay, cool. So this in mind, I'm going to do a break for 10 minutes. It's always 10 minutes. So you can put timer if you want. And I'll be right back in 10 minutes time, okay? So I'll see you all very soon, and I'll see you soon.
Hello everyone! I'm super excited to give you a glimpse of my first cookbook, Green Recipes for All, featuring over 50 dishes inspired by amazing Mediterranean food. Inside, you can find recipes made with a variety of fresh, healthy, and versatile ingredients and popular plant-based products. These are great choices whether you already follow a plant-based diet or simply wish to cook a few weekly meat-free meals to reduce your overall meat consumption. In the book, you'll find a wide range of new and exclusive recipes from soups and big salads to main courses and desserts, as well as some of the most popular recipes here on my channel, such as the perfectly cooked non-stick rice or the tabbouleh-style bulgur and mixed bean salad. Not forgetting a new version of the delicious tofu chocolate mousse. So, if you'd like to have a look at my book and try some of the recipes, just visit any Amazon marketplace and order a copy, which is available in hardcover, paperback, or digital formats. Hope you enjoyed the book, have fun cooking, and see you next time.
Are you interested in learning compositing? My Nuke course is currently 50% off. Join today to have access to 150 pre-recorded classes, 50 hours of training, using real production assets covering industry standard techniques with over 200 gigs of showreel material and access to a private Discord channel with over 2,300 students. This course is endorsed by Foundry and has access to a Foundry student license paid separately. Join today at hugosdesk.myshopify.com.
Befores and Afters magazine is the monthly print mag from VFX journalist Ian Fales. Go in-depth on key visual effects topics with major VFX supervisors, artists and studios. Each issue covers a different area like creature animation, miniatures, on-set VFX and VFX tools. Find your copy at beforesandafters.com/magazine.
Okay, we are back now. Okay, welcome everyone. If you're just joining, we've been on for almost 2 hours now. And yeah, like I said on the beginning, this is a new format. We're trying to do showreel reviews without any booking. I got overflowed by showreels. I have 9 of them, but we only did 2 so far. I'm trying to do them as fast as I can. But we're probably going to do 2 more today. Since I don't believe I can do so many, it's too much. And also, like, I don't want these streams to be longer than 3 hours. I think that's like the limit of what I want to do. And also, we already have, as I explained just now before I came to the show, we already have dates for the next one. So we already have next week, next Tuesday, we're back. And then a week after that, we're back again. So whatever I don't review today, I will review next week and the week after. Just to give people an idea of what's coming up. So next up, I have someone called Tushar Nair. Tushar Nair, I think that's the name of them. And then after that, I'm doing it by order of basically order of upload. So I have Tushar Nair, I think that's how I pronounce. And then after that, I have Hugo. I'll just type it on the chat. If they're not here, it's not a problem. I'll just review them anyway. So next up is that name, Tushar Nair. And then after that, I have Hugo Verergenden. I think that's how I pronounce that name. I'll just write it on the chat here. This will be the 2 next ones. And then after that, for the next week, I'll have, it just only says one name. So I'll have Tatiana the week after. And then after that, I'll have Gonzalez Gomez. And then after that, I'll have Alexandro Hernandez. And then I'll have Pablo Ando. And I have Suva Hazara. I'll put it on the screen. It's probably easier to just see it on the screen. So just if I show it here, these are the reels that I have, like I was saying. And so yeah, so we've done these 2 first. We've done these 2. These are the dates that they came in. As you can see, I'm doing it by time. As you can see, it's only a few minutes between them, but I'm doing them by time. So next up will be Nair, and then after that, if we still have time, will be Ub. And then, unfortunately, I think Tatiana and Gonzalo and Alexander, Pablo, and Suva will be the next week after or the week after that. So either will be next week on next Tuesday or the week after that. We have 3 slots already done. So, and these actually came in yesterday, just minutes apart. Look at that. Just minutes apart. So, okay, cool. So Naid is here, so I can see them there. So we'll start with that. But before we do that, I'm just gonna I brought my beverage as well. As always saying, I am not sponsored by Green Cola, but I love Green Cola. And so if Green Cola is listening, I am waiting for you to sponsor my stream. So I'm gonna open up my beverage because it's really warm here. Oh man, my God, this is such a nice sound. Oh my God, this is so cold. Damn. That's really cold. That's good. Okay, so if Naid wants to join the call, I'll send them the link right now. And I don't know, Naid, do you want to join the call or do you want to just listen in and just watch it on the chat? What do you prefer? Do you want to be part of this as a caller? You tell me. It's up to you. No pressure there. Only if you want to, you can come in. Want to join Nair? Here's the link. Okay, they want to join. Okay, that's fine. So that's the link. And that's it. That's the link. So as I said to all the other people, make it snappy. Let's make this as quick as possible. So we have a lot of people to still review. So the link is there. Please, only Nair joins that link. No one else. Okay. So I'm gonna just bring them in. Okay. Okay. Hello there, my friend. How you doing?
Hello, I'm good. Uh, yeah,
How you doing?
it's I'm doing well. It's 2 a.m. I'm in Singapore.
Oh, sorry, man.
Yeah, it's okay.
Must be a record. We had two people from Singapore on the same day. That's nice. We have two artists from Singapore. So, Nair, thank you so much for joining. We already know that you are from Singapore. So, tell me just a little bit about yourself. What are we gonna watch? I should have showed the showreel before. Sorry, I will show it in a second. Yeah. So let's do that. Let me show the showreel first, and then we'll talk in a second. Is that okay?
Yeah,
So let's
yeah, sure.
let's just do that. And I'm gonna do the same as I did before. I'm gonna show it once with the music, just once. Because if I get claimed, at least I can mute just that section. So I will do that. We'll try to take it from there. Okay, cool. I'm gonna watch the showreel, and I'll be right back. Okay, cool. So is this music gonna be claimed, do you think, or is it like free?
Uh, so I got the license from audio.com.
Okay.
So I did pay for the license. So
It'll be claimed then. If it's from
it
that,
might be.
yeah, it will be claimed. That's fine. It's fine. I'll mute
Yeah.
it on YouTube. It's fine. Okay, cool. Well, I'll just loop the showreel here, and I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna share my screen because it's very delayed for you.
Yeah,
So
sure.
I'm just gonna share my screen so you can see my mouse moving and everything. So let me just give you a second because I'm just like putting us on the bottom here so we can be part of this review. Okay, cool. Okay, so you see my mouse and you see the showreel, right?
Yes, I can see it.
Excellent. Okay, cool. So first of all, Nair, tell me, is it Nair, right? Is that?
So it's Nair.
Oh,
So
Nair.
it's more like Nair. But
And your first name
I
is
also Tushar.
Tushar.
Yeah.
Okay, Tushar.
Tushar Nair. Yeah. So, but like I used to be a professional esports player back in India. So I usually just go by my gaming name. It's also easier for a lot of people. It's like Tushi, which
Tushi.
is, yeah,
Tushi. Okay, cool.
yeah,
Yeah, I'll just call you Tushi then, if you don't mind. Okay.
yeah.
So tell me things about this, Tushi. Look, this is a mixed showreel, right? Like, so you do 3D, you do comp,
Yes.
you do a bunch of stuff, right?
Yes. So I'm in Singapore for like, I was studying at a media school, 3D Sense Media School. So this is my showreel at the end of my course, basically. So it's basically for a more of a 3D generalist kind of role. So where I can do some modeling, texturing, layout, FX in Houdini, and comp in Nuke.
Okay. And what is the current purpose of, like, what's the current status of this showreel? Is this showreel already be sent? Are you sending it to places? You're looking for work? What's
So,
happening here?
yeah, so I am definitely looking for work, freelance or even like at a studio. So this is like the first version of my showreel which I have. obviously it'll be worked on, and like I'll have new projects, personal works which I'll be doing over time. But yeah, main purpose is for job searching or like client searching or something. Yeah.
Okay, I see. And sorry, maybe I've missed it because I was looking at a lot of screens here. How long have you been doing? How long is? What's your experience in terms of years?
So my experience is I had done a bit of Houdini like simulations since 2023, but never like proper modeling or never any formal kind of education or like guidance on how to uh, navigate this 3D space because there's a lot of things to learn. So I enrolled in my school last year, and so now it's a 1 year course, so I've completed it. So I'm still, you can say, a beginner in 3D and VFX. Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. So you're looking for a junior role, and that's what you're trying to look
Yeah.
for. Okay, what's been the reaction when you send the showreel? Do you get any reaction back? Do you get any messages back? How's that going?
So actually, this is my first, so the showreel which I have showing someone outside my school.
Okay,
So
I'm very
I've,
honored.
so
Thank you
yeah,
so much for doing that.
I, I just, yeah, I just finished this. I think when you had posted the message in Discord, that day I had completed my
Okay,
showreel and I was
so you,
back home, and then when I saw that,
yeah, so it's
yeah,
18th of March, 18th of March, 6 o'clock. That's when you send it. So it's basically from the 17th of March. Okay, I see. So it's
yeah,
fresh out of the oven. Okay.
fresh out of the oven.
Okay, I see. Okay, cool. Excellent. Well, I must say, your showreel for a junior, for someone that is just starting, I think it looks great. There's some issues, of course. There's some issues. There's always issues when we have a junior showreel, but I think it's a strong showreel. Let me ask you, what's the objective in a way? What is your dream position? What would you like to be doing in a couple of years? What is your main position that you would like to be doing on a company?
So I would say the end goal would be obviously a VFX supervisor at Weta or ILM.
That's too far off
I
in
mean,
the future.
that that's
Um,
that's quite far off in the future.
before that, what's
Uh,
the position that you would like to start on a company? Is it
so obviously when
modeling?
I'm
Is it
start,
is it comp?
so
Is it
it'll
like
be so either FX work, so like simulations and Houdini, or even like compositing.
okay, okay,
Uh, these are the two areas I like. I like modeling, but I still need a lot more time and effort to improve in modeling to be at a level I think where
yeah,
I can apply for like modeling roles.
okay. I see, I see. Um, Sijal, you're telling me that the sound is robotic and high pitch. Is it okay now? Like, I'm not sure where that came from. I didn't hear anything, but let me know
Is
if it's bad, the sound, Sijal. Okay.
okay, I'll let you know.
Yeah, it'll let me know on the chat. Okay, well, let's start with the first shot. So first shot off the bat, you have this massive explosion of a tank. So even before the explosion goes around, I think there's a few things that maybe could improve on the shot itself. I think it requires some more work for this shot to look realistic. I think you're missing a lot of the brightness that you usually get from a cast day, which is this is a cast day. It's like a cloudy day, and I'm missing some of the ambient lighting that would be around the shot. I think your grass, they say okay. The sound, no sound was back. Okay, cool. So the sound is back. The sound is okay now. Okay, fine. So I think it's missing some of the ground lighting. I think you're missing some kind of like bounce light for the entire environment to actually be brighter. I think your grass is too dark, and your tank is not getting a lot of this cloudy light. It's almost like it's missing some strong global illumination on this shot. I don't know if it's even there, but it's definitely missing, and it's making it very dark, and it's also making it look very old-fashioned. It looks like a very old render style, because back in the day we had renders with no global illumination because that was not a thing, and so it kind of makes me look back at, makes me reminds me of old renders, you know. So you need to like work on that and have the lighting a bit better for showcasing this. And I think also like you know, anything you can do to break up the grass, anything you can do to break up the tree down there, to make it more uneven, to get different leaves there, to just get an overview sense of more realistic. And I think your depth of field is also a bit off. Like, there's way too much depth of field in the focusing going on this tree on the back there, according to the rest of the shot. You know, see, that tree is not defocused at all. The building is hardly defocused. But then this tree massively defocused. So it's making it look very fake in that sense. You also have what looks to me like some kind of edge problem with problem multiplication that is going on the top here of the Jeep. Now, once the Jeep breaks up, I think it starts well. I kind of feel that you're missing some debris and elements flying through as well, because I think it just, from one frame to the other, it just goes to this mega explosion, and the explosion itself is too blurred. It has too much depth of field. You need to be careful with the blurriness. And then once it goes up, we have definitely a pre-multiplication problem. You see the edge of the tank? Not only it's very noisy, but we have a black edge around the whole thing. So you need to look into that. And also you have way too much blur going on this explosion, and it's lacking detail because of that. And then it flies through the air, and again, your explosion and smoke and everything is too defocused compared to look at the uneven depth of field going on here between the tank and the actual smoke. So you need to be careful with that. And then the smoke itself, I think you did a good job, but it's just missing detail. You need more parts of the tank flying through. You need little debris going through the smoke and affecting the smoke as well, so it doesn't look so cloudy. This smoke looks almost like a cloud. You need to be careful and maybe look at the explosions and see if you can find better references of how this explosion could look like. I just think it's missing a lot of detail for explosion. And then the breakdown is here. Yeah, you can clearly see here the problem is you went too far with the depth of field with that tree on the back there. Yeah, so I think overall this shot is a nice idea, but it requires a lot of work for it to look like a realistic explosion. So Gyula is giving some nice notes here on the chat on YouTube, saying bounce light on the house, bottom of the roof is too dark. There should be trail of debris on top of the tank going up. It could have random geometry, gripple shapes. He also adds for sim, add gas disturbance to the smoke that will add more detail. That's a good point as well. So yeah, so I think overall, and you can clearly see here on your elements, you have some nice elements, but you see this is too even. It needs to have more breakup and more uneven, because the object exploded, and it's not like you had an explosion which was just a box that exploded. It's a physical thing which has a lot of parts, and so the explosion would never be even. It would kind of have there would have been one side that would be larger, the other side smaller. It would have felt that it would have been integrated into an object, you know. And that's what's missing there. Yeah. Others are good. Yeah, I like this a lot. This looks really nice. This one looks really nice. The sparks look nice. It's just these two elements there on the corner. They are the most unrealistic ones you have there. Okay, cool. Then we go to Godzilla here, I guess. So Godzilla here, the objective is to show the objective is to show the particle work, like the effects work, right?
So this project is basically, the whole thing is done by me. So the model is also done in ZBrush. then the texturing, the lighting, the effects. So it's just like an all-in-one kind of CG
I see.
showcase of my model. Yeah.
I see. So I'm not a fan of the close-up because you have a lot of problems on texturing here. This looks
Yeah.
very plastic. And also you have a lot of black edges because of the connection between the smoke and the actual geometry. It's almost like the occlusion, the depth occlusion is not really working because you get black edges, you get white edges. It's not as a bigger, it's not a, and you also have a lot of flicker going on the blue crystals. So I think it's not a bigger deal on the wide shot. On the wide shot, you see less of it. You still see the white edges there, and you still see the occlusion of the smoke not really matching correctly. And I think there's something wrong with your depth of field. So the face is sharp, but then the claw is not sharp, and then there's something very much wrong where you've put maybe too much defocusing, and it makes it look like the scale is off. It makes it look like it's a miniature. So be careful with that. And then you have a lot of noise going on the crystals. You might want to consider baking that or up the res of the samples to try to get more less flicker. Now, in terms of the almost looks like a frost cold going down, I think you did a really good job. I think apart from the problems with the texturing of the Godzilla and the edge problems you have and the depth of field problems, I think you did a wonderful job with the feeling of the cold smoke. I think it really feels like cold. It's going down like it should. And I really like the breath cold as well. That looks really nice. So this shot is much more achieved than the last one. It's much better. And I think you should start with this instead, because if it's better than the other one, it should be in the front, So you always start with the best thing you have, the best thing you have. So, yeah. And again, Sajal is saying a lot of things here on the chat. Maybe have a look at what he's saying here, which lots of noise on the render of the Godzilla. Yeah, we already mentioned that. Diodem is not one-to-one proportion. Check the detail scale in the chest and the arms. He thinks it's a UDIM problem. It could be the texturing UDIM's problem. Could be that. Also would help to add some interesting color variations to the skin. So SSS as well. That is a good point. It looks like a toy right now. It looks like a toy because of the plastic feeling. Would have been nice if it had skin feeling with some surface scattering. That could have been a nice touch. Okay, cool. So next up, we have the breakdown. Yeah, that's the whole breakdown. Really nice. Okay, so then we have the vehicle going through the water here. Let's just wait until... This looks nice, but it doesn't look like it's finished, I must say. And the main thing with that is that because it doesn't have any sky, it doesn't have enough light to it. So what's the deal with that? Is it because it's supposed to be in space, or is it supposed to be you're still going to add the sky? What's going on there?
No, yeah, I still have to add my sky in this.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you should add the sky, and then the sky should be bouncing light into this entire thing. I think you did a really good job with the water. I'm assuming you maybe did a reference using the Dune ships going up the water. There's like these really nice shots on Dune 1, part 1, where the massive ships going out of the water. I think you did a good job, but it's definitely missing the sky bounce, so that you have a lot of light coming from the sky that would break up the surface of the water and also give a nice sense to the file. Now, the foam is too sudden. You see that the foam is just showing up as blobs. It needs to be smoother, so you need to have the water surface going up with the ship. And then the foam is created after the water drops from the ship. It can't be just right away foam. It doesn't really work that way. It's not what would happen. And if you look at those films, you see that there is a surface of water going on top of the ship and then dropping from the ship. So you need to look into your foam. And also your foam is too white. It's too overexposed. There's all sorts of problems there. And also for scale purpose, it looks like very tiny. I think you need mist, you need vapor, you need like just things that give it scale, like volumetric mist of some kind to make it look like it's huge. That would really help the shot.
Right.
It's a nice start, but I think you still have some work to do on this shot for sure. But it's a really nice shot to showcase your work in that sense. And yeah, Sejal just said the same thing I just said. Water needs to mist out as well at that scale. The wind effects and white water would break. Yeah, that's right as well. Wind as well. The whole thing is a scale thing, and the sky is really going to help it as well, I think. Yeah. Sejal keeps going. Look at that. He's doing the review now, not me. Thanks, Sejal. Tiling visible in the ocean spectring. I'm presuming done in Houdini. If yes, you can scatter points and use that. Ask to add multiple ocean spectrums to different scale directions, etc. to break it up. Yeah, so that's a really nice note. Thank you so much, Sejal, for that. I think that would really help as well, the scattering. And there's some flicker as well. You have a lot of flicker going on the bottom here of the water as well. No, don't say sorry, Sejal. I'm really, really grateful that you're giving so many notes. It's like it's, Tushi, you're getting 2 in 1. You're getting another supervisor here giving you some notes. So, which is nice. Sejal is a really experienced supervisor, and he's giving some notes as well. So you're getting 2 for the price of 1, which is nice. So, okay, next up. I think is this the last shot? Yeah, it is.
Yes.
So, this shot is a very different type of shot, which is a shot with the plate, and which is nice. It's nice for you to have this on your show reel. So you've added a lot of things. I think you did a really good job. With... I'm not a very big fan of this transition, by the way. I don't think you need it, because you're stealing frames from your shot itself. You're like hiding away your shot. I don't think you need a transition. Just cut so that I can see your shot completely. I would prefer to see your shot completely. So a lot of things that you've added some flags, which is nice. You've added the dummy hair thing, the hair dude there. Yeah, exactly. And you put the American flag there as well, which is nice. Just gonna wait until it's ending, and then the vapor coming through the car here. Now, first up, the first thing I notice is the vapor is not interacting correctly with the car. So this vapor coming from the sewer should move more with the car. So did you actually have a piece of geometry in the scene going through that to occlude it or to do dynamics?
Yeah.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, I had it, but I think maybe it could have been a bit better. So it does kind of, if you go through it, it does kind of block off the vapor from the manhole, but then the interaction of it splitting the pre-existing vapor apart, I think that is what is kind of missing.
Yeah, the cut is fine, but that's not what it needs. It needs the interaction. It needs the smoke.
Yeah.
The smoke needs to move around and be, doing the spiral on the back like it usually does when you cross something like this. That is the most obvious thing that should be done there. Other things as well, like I think your American flag is too dark. If you look at the car there and all the white on this van, you should have the same type of white on the flag. This is way too dark. So you've comped it way too dark. And then the other flags have some problems as well. There's some kind of black issue going on here on this flag. The black point is a bit off. If you look at the other things that are black around it. So you have some compositing problems. So you're not a compositor, so it's fine. I understand that. So a compositor would pick up your shot, and then they would take it the distance. But keep that in mind that you're showing the shot, and of course, people are gonna watch the show reel as it is. So try to do a better job with compositing. I think you did a fantastic job with this thing, but keep in mind these things are much more. They move a lot more. they like move a lot. Like there's a lot of wind usually. The machine is really pumping and
Yeah.
they move a lot. So I think you went too conservative with the movement. I think it should have been more dynamic. It should have had a lot more wind moving around. It's way too little, I think. So yeah, but it's nice, man. It's this is a nice shot. So I think looking back, definitely do not start your showreel with this. You know why, man? Because I'm really sorry to tell you this, but this is the type of shot that looks very, very junior, and very amateur. And as soon as they see this showreel, they might just, as soon as they see this shot, they might switch it off because they don't think the rest will be good enough. Or if you left this here, they might think, why did he leave this here? So I definitely think either you fix this shot or you need to remove it. That's my, you need to be brutal with this. Like it needs to be your best work. So, and then after that, I skip completely the close-up. I go directly to the wide. Forget about the close-up. It doesn't work. And it's much better, the wide, as well. Unless you can fix all the texturing problems, then yes, maybe keep the close-up. But it has a lot of work to still go through. And then, after that, I think this needs to be finished. It has a lot of work to go through. And then this is your second best shot. I think you need to start... I would actually start with this shot, your showreel. Either maybe try this. Try to see if it works better starting with this one or starting with the wide of the Godzilla. Either one of them. See how it flows with the music and how it works. Those are the two best shots you have. So either the Godzilla or the flag shot with the street. Those two are the best. And especially because this is an integration with real elements, with piece of footage. It's just so much more achieved because this is what you will be doing on a film. This is what we'll do. You will end up doing effects work for a plate. So this is probably, I would start with this shot and then go to the Godzilla, and then maybe if you finish this, then I would go to the water, the ship, and then at the end I would put the tank, but you need to finish it. That's it, really, I think. So this is all reversed. It's all the wrong the wrong... and also you need to finish those two things. Fix the other things and also finish the shots that are not finished. But I think, like you said, this was just finished like less than 10 days ago. So it was like 4 or 5 days ago. So just go back and fix these things and try to finish these shots. And you have a good shot, man. You have a good showreel,
Thank you. Yeah.
Not a problem. Not a problem at all. So anything else that you would like to ask, or are we about done?
No, yeah, I think I got lucky at like when I uploaded my showreel, it was like 2 a.m. like a similar time that day. But yeah, I think I need the feedback from someone who's worked in the industry. So I mean, it's something like, in my eyes, it might, like, even the sequence of my shots, this might look good for me, but then as you put it, I think maybe the other sequence might work better.
Yeah It's just because to give you a better chance, because the last shot, the shot with the flags and the dummy, that's the kind of shot you will be doing. It will be very rare that you will do spaceships or Godzillas, because most films don't have Godzillas and spaceships. Most films just have normal, regular stuff. And that's why this shot is so important. This is the type of shot, the boring stuff that we do all day long. Add a vapor thing on a sewer, put a flag, put this dummy. Like, this is the kind of stuff that an effects artist will be doing all day long for weeks and months. And then maybe once in a while you'll have a dinosaur. Maybe once in a while you'll have a spaceship. Right. So I always tell to my students, try to always make the most mundane stuff ever made, because that's what you will be doing the whole time. It's like when I used to work at Nexus, the CG supervisor over there used to tell me that, I'm going to look at the next showreel that shows me a photoreal cell phone or a photoreal box, or a photoreal van with some tools behind it. And I'm gonna skip the next one that has a tank, a Godzilla, or a machine gun. Because none of this stuff is what we're gonna be doing. So it's very rare. I know we see that on the show reels of seniors, but forget, they are seniors, and so they have been working for a long time, and obviously they're gonna be picking up the best shots, and they're gonna be, because that's what. And even they. Even seniors like me, we do boring shots all the time, and then some of them are good, and those are the ones that go to the show reel. So this type of shot that you did here, the one I have on screen right now, this is the type of shot you should be doing. So if you consider doing a new shot, try to do a shot that has footage. It will really bring your show reel up, because people will always look more for this than anything else that you have on your show reel, Yeah. Exactly.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Cool, man.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, you are more than welcome to return. You know I'm here. I do these showreel reviews all the time. You can always come back. You can always have an updated showreel return. Contact me, message me, email me, message me on Discord or on social media, and just let me know. And tell me, I was on this review. Can I come back? And I'm happy to review your updated showreel. I'm very happy to do that. Okay?
Right.
Cool, my
Thank you
friend. No
so
problem.
much.
Thank you so much for joining. And I hope you have a lovely day. And so sorry that it's so late. So you better go and rest.
No,
my
it's
friend.
okay. It's worth it.
Okay.
It's worth it. Yeah.
Okay. I'll see you later, Tushi. I'll see you later. Bye.
See you. Bye.
Okay, cool. Okay. Oh man, I'm starting to be really tired. I don't know, guys. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be doing another one. So I think we're gonna call it a day. And so we always only do 3, and we only did 3. I am so sorry for that. I think we're gonna wrap up. We've been going for 2 hours and a half. I'm a bit tired, and so I did 3 out of the 9, which is good. I have 9 show reels, so we can do maybe 3 or 4 next week, and then we have another 3 or 4 the week after, unless more people. Yeah, I know. Well, I never asked for 10, Yoshi. I never asked for 10. It's just that people uploaded 10, and so that's fine. I think I will, if the stream. I was just a bit surprised that people showed up. Because I didn't do a booking system, I thought I was going to review the show reels by myself. No one would show up, and I would just review the show reels. And of course, if I would be reviewing the show reels by myself, I think I would be a lot faster. And so we'll see how it goes. Maybe next week people don't show up, and then if they don't show up, then it will be so much faster. And so I think that's how I feel about this. I feel like sometimes it will be fast, sometimes it will be slower. I am very surprised that people showed up. I am surprised, because that was the whole point of this, the new format, was to not book anything, because people weren't showing up on the booking. So it is ironic that now I don't book and people show up. But before I booked and people didn't show up. But the advantage of this is that if someone is not here, I'll just review the show reel anyway. That's the advantage. I think I like this new format for sure. Okay, cool. So with that in mind, let's go off here. So as always, I'm gonna do the giveaway. So, and also I've also changed. I think I'm changing that that format as well. Even if you're not here for the giveaway, I will still give you the license as well, because I'm not entirely sure. I'll do this. Like, I'll do one that if the person is here, and then the other one. If no one is here, I'll just give it anyway. But we'll see. Maybe they are here. Maybe they are, and then it will be a bit easier. But yeah. Well, it's all an experiment anyway. But it goes without saying that I would like to thank BenQ for supporting this stream. Thank you so much for supporting the stream, as you always do. That's the link for the giveaway. Don't forget that we'll be next week, next Tuesday again. We'll be back on the 31st of March. We'll be back. And then the 7th of April. So I only booked 3 because I was trying to experiment to see how this would go. Now that I know that it works without the booking system, I'll just keep doing the more. So I'll make another 3 slots as well for people to watch. So let's do the giveaway. And see how that goes. And then we are gonna leave. Let me just open up the giveaway here. So, okay, oh, cool. We have 30 people on the giveaway. That's nice. A lot more than I thought I was gonna have. That's a lot more. It's so ironic that I'm getting so much more people on the stream, so much more people on the Showreel and everything without having booking. It's just ironic. Yeah. It is ironic. Denchi is saying course is very good, recommended. Thank you so much for saying that Denchi 3D. But I think there is a bit of luck of footage to practice. Luck? What does that mean? It's a bit of luck? Do you mean like there's very little footage? Is that what you mean? Yeah, but if you think that, I can give you more. I probably have more footage. And with that in mind, actually, I think I need to send more footage. I have so much footage, and I need to like really start giving it more out for people to try it, you know. Okay, so lack of footage. Yeah, so I need to I have more than she. So that is a good call. I have a lot more, so I'm going to upload more. I'll do that. I promise, my friend. I will upload more CG, and I have the Zeiss shot, which I haven't even uploaded. That's completely cleared, and I can upload it. So I need to do all that. Okay, I'm going to draw the winner and see what happens. Okay, send footage, release the Kraken. Yes, release the Kraken. Yeah, I have a lot more footage available, so that's for sure. Okay, so let's see if the winner is here. The winner of the free course is... Let's just remove the email. Okay. That's the winner. Hopefully they know about it. Yeah, footage with industry. Yeah, well, most footage is with industry standard, so yeah, it should be. So I have a winner, which is Debayan Gorai. Debayan Gorai? Is that how I pronounce that? Dibaya Goran. I think that's how I pronounce. So congratulations. You've won the Nuke course. Yeah, I know, Danchi. I already was told about that the sound is late. I need to look into that. Why is it delayed? I don't know. I don't know why the sound is delayed. I need to understand what is going on there. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I need to look into this because we didn't have this issue before. So this is new. Always a new problem. Okay, I'm not sure if they are here. So I will just give the course to someone else as well. And then we'll wrap up that thing. So let's just see here. Winner of the free course is... Okay. Yeah, and this will be the last winner. So the winner is Alexandro Hermandez. Alexandro Hermandez. So I have 2 winners. Okay. Hopefully, if they're here, just say hello. If you're not, I'll email you the course. Congratulations to the both of you for winning the course. Yeah, it's weird that Google is off sync. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on there. Anyway, thank you so much to everyone being here. I'm so glad that this went well, and I'm so happy that people are happy with all of this, and that it went so well. And I'll see you all next week. I'll be here next week. Don't forget, that's the dates. We'll be next Tuesday on the 31st of March, and then 7th of April. So thank you so much, everyone. It was amazing to see you all. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you all next week again. Thanks so much, BenQ. Bottom of my heart, look at that there on my shirt here. Thank you so much for everything, and I'll see you all next week. Thank you so much for being the best community. It's always so cool. You're all made my day, and thank you so much. And all of you, all 320 that watched on YouTube, and the 50 people that watched on Twitch. Thank you so much. I'll see you all later. Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone. Bye, bye, bye.